All right, it is big meet week. I race on Friday and Sunday. I get a break on Saturday. So just tuning up this week. I'll go in the weight room today only, be off the rest of the week. We're starting off with jammers, just 3 sets of 3 with 135 pounds. In case you're wondering, before this, I only did about 700 in the water. Last week, I really wasn't feeling it. I was kind of feeling like I was losing my spark. And so I did something crazy. I took 2 days off, Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday happened to be Thanksgiving. But Wednesday and Thursday, and I was also off on Sunday. And today, only 700. And I think it was a great decision to take those 2 days off. I came back on Friday, felt a lot better. Felt pretty good this morning. Felt kind of like a Monday, you know? But time will tell, Friday will tell actually, if those were good choices. All right, on to the next one. All right, deadlift, just a little bit of legs today, just a taste. We're going 2 sets of 3 trap bar. So I got about 145 on there, a little under. Just looking to feel smooth and quick, explosive. That's it.
Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads.
Very nice. Mission accomplished. There we go. Okay, pull-ups. Just 1 set of 3 just to feel good. Lats are a big muscle. I rely on them heavily for my pull-downs. They take a long time to recover. I've put them through hell for most of the season. So we're just taking it, again, just like deadlift. Smooth, fast, feel good. A little bit of sway in that last one, that's okay. All right, last thing, I did throw in a couple sets of 30 decline sit-ups, kind of half sit-ups, fast. Last thing is high anchor bicep curls, just 1 set, 60 seconds. This doesn't take anything out of me, even though it gets a pretty good lactic acid buildup in the moment. It really doesn't stay with me long after that. I like doing it to see where I'm at, and I use a lot of bicep in my race, so I feel like it's good prep. Let's see if I can beat, I think 86 is the number to beat. Well, that was kind of poopy. 85. I really locked up at like 80. That doesn't usually happen, but can't think about it too much. Move on, it's all good. That's it, I'm done for today. I will see you guys, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, show you some stuff. All right, it is race day, it is Friday, time for the 100 breaststroke. I'm sorry I didn't show you any of the rest of the week. I didn't think you would find it all that interesting. It was just some taper stuff, you know, a little bit of stretch cord work, a little speed work, nothing special, nothing, you know, just mind-blowing. Feeling pretty good. I finally, honestly, on Tuesday, I was a little worried about how I was feeling because I was not feeling any kind of spark or anything like that. I went to acupuncture on Monday to try to loosen up my back because it was still, you know, not in a great place. And I mean, he went to town on me, kind of like a deep tissue massage. And if you've ever had one of those, whew, you know what I'm talking about the next day, what you feel like. So on Tuesday, I was like, uh-oh, this isn't good. Then finally Wednesday, I was like, okay, this feels more like taper. So anyway, feeling pretty good. Let's get in there. The plan is to go 5 strokes, 7, 7, 8, good high tempo, get out after it. Let's see what we got. All right, before we get going, let's pull up and do a side-by-side with this race and my 100 breast from October, because spoiler alert, I didn't go anywhere near the time I wanted to, which was 52. And so we're going to use this as a learning opportunity, okay? And we're going to put it in slow motion, both races for the first 25, so that you can see on the right, I'm higher on the water, I'm sliding along the surface. It's, I think, some of the best looking breaststroke I have ever done. And then on the left, by comparison, especially when we put it in normal speed, you'll see I'm lower in the water, I'm forcing it, and I just really didn't have any easy speed in this race. And we'll hit normal speed now. And so for the first 50, I was 5 strokes out, 7 strokes back, just what I want to do, but I was only at 25.2. And that is just way too slow. I was really pushing for 24.4. On the third 25, I often slow it down a little bit and go 6 strokes, but I didn't here. I did 7, so that was good. And then I did 8 on the last 25, but that was only good for a 29.2. And I've been as fast as 28.4. And so I just really didn't have that zip, that spark, and like I said, that easy speed that I needed.
Riding, especially short course, you just don't have time to ride.
54.4. No, I am not joking. God. If you had only seen the time and not the race, you'd have probably guessed, oh, he didn't have a tech suit on. He was saving up for finals. I wish. Oh my gosh, that was so awful. I mean, and it's weird because like the race didn't feel awful. It didn't feel garbagey. It just didn't have zip. Like there was no speed. And warm-up was kind of the same way. Like normally when I get in for warm-up at my shave and taper, I'm feeling like just amazing. Like, yeah, just flying, ready to go. And some things were good. I was feeling pretty good because I was shaved and the push-offs felt great, real strong. Moving through the water felt good, but it didn't have that spark. And same thing in the race, basically. So, you know, of course I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened. My first thought is that the max upper lifting that I did almost 3 weeks ago may have hurt my taper, because that wrecked my upper back for like almost 2 weeks. But beyond that, I'm not quite sure. You know, 5-week taper, I should be feeling really good. So hey, anyway, it's there'll be plenty of time to diagnose and guess and all that. I got finals. I got finals. So going 52, which was the goal going into this meet, I don't know that that's the goal anymore. The number one goal right now is to regain my form and make sure that I'm reminding my body what good breaststroke is like, getting back to what I looked like in October. So getting a little bit higher, skate sliding along the surface there, and approaching it with the idea that fast is slow and slow is fast. I may have just tried too hard this morning. So we're about to find out. Let's go. We're back in lane 4 for finals, and the goal, like I said, was to regain my form, which I think I did. I think that this looks higher and smoother across the surface, and because of that, I was able to take it out about 0.3 faster with 1 less stroke. I was still 5 on the first 25, but only 6 on the way back, and that was good enough for a 24.9, so that was nice, but nowhere near still the 24.4 that I should be. And then on the third 25, kept it low at 6 strokes, last 25, 7 strokes. That's just not quick enough. It should have been the tempo that I had this morning with the form that I have right now. But for whatever reason, I just did not have the speed that I needed to. Well, at least it looked a little bit better, right? 54.20. Ah, man. I have consistently been 53 when I shave and taper. And I probably could have been 53 if I had picked up the tempo a little bit. But you know what? 53 wasn't the goal, 52 was. So going 53 again, not much different than going 54 at this point. Anyway, I haven't come up with any more answers. I got the 200 to think about. That's where I got to stay focused. I had yesterday off, which was nice. Came in, did just a few hundred of easy swimming. And so now, today, 200. The plan was to hit 52 and then attack the 200, both prelims and finals, to hit 155. 155 is not in the cards. So here's the plan now. We are going to go have some fun in prelims and see if I can at least hit this goal, under 2 minutes, going 27 or 28 strokes. That's a number that I hit from time to time when I'm really stretching it out, having fun. And I've come really close. I've gone 200.1 and 200.2. It'd be really cool if I could cruise a 159. Let's go see if I can do that, and then we'll tackle finals. Off we go in lane 4, and I'm sorry for the camera angle. This is best watched from the stands because it is so much fun to see the underwater piece of this. Most of what's happening is underwater, so you're missing out on a big part of the race. But the idea here is to average about 3 strokes a length. 2 on the first 25, then 3s for the next 4, and then 4s for the last 3. And kind of like the 100, everything felt okay. I just didn't get as much out of each piece of the race as I normally do, whether it's the push or the pull down or the pull and the kick, whatever it was, I wasn't getting it as well and as easily as I normally do. First 50 was 26.9, second 50 was 31.9. On this third 50 coming up, I'm going to be 32.1, and then I'm going to close in a 31.9. And you can see that my body position is a bit lower than you would want it to be, but that is what happens when you go distance per stroke. It's really hard to stay high on the water because part of staying high on the water is relying on momentum and just keeping it going. And when you go DPS, you tend to lose out on a bit of that momentum. But like I said, everything in this race felt fine. During the race, I felt like, okay, yeah, I'm going to be in the ballpark of where I want to be, which is 159, 200. And if you did the math on the numbers I threw out at you, you know it's not going to come out to that. But everything here, if I had to point out one big technical mistake, I would say it's still the head drive and just not driving that forehead down and the top back of the head forward enough. 202.9. Just this meet's just not going my way. Normally when I cruise it like that, I'm almost 3 seconds faster. So, yeah. Anyway, the hope tonight is to go under 2 minutes and break my meet record, which stands at 200.60. And just lick my wounds and come up with a new game plan. But right now I got finals coming up. I got a cool setup here in the gym off the deck of the pool. I always love when I get in one of these places. I get med balls and other things to help me warm up, so that's cool. Anyway, this is it. Let's go. Last one, fast one. Here we go one more time in lane 4, and the thing to watch for in this race is the second stroke on the third 25. It was probably the best stroke I took, definitely in this race, maybe in the whole meet, because it shows the difference good head drive can make to your speed and your distance per stroke. And going from that first stroke, which was good, to the second stroke, I mean, it's night and day. It's awesome, and it's like, oh, I wish I had done that every single stroke. First 50 there was a 26.1 on 3 strokes down, 4 strokes back. I'm usually 25 high, so not far off pace yet. This second 50, holding on to 4s, and I usually go like 29 low, and this was 30.3, so I am starting to fall off. Everything is looking nice still. The first 100 is a 56.5 if you're trying to do the math on that. Third 50, I go to 31, which is no good. The best I've been is 29.9 on the third 50. And you can't look at this and say, oh, well, this was wrong, this, and that, and this is why you're going slow. Everything is nice. The push off, the pull down, the every stroke, it's smooth. I'm moving through the water well. It's just a matter of all the bits and pieces, all the parts, the pushes, the pulls, and everything else not coming as easily, as fast, and not adding up the way it needs to. And then on this last 50, I go 31.5 with 5 strokes down and 6 strokes back. And at this point, you've got to really go for it and get after the tempo. without spinning, of course, but I just didn't do that, and it still looks nice, but it's just not fast enough. $159.08. Oh boy. Oh God. Yeah. The worst part of that, it wasn't the time. It was the fact that I didn't leave it all out there. That's what really pisses me off. I went into that last 50 going, all right, let's go. Everything you got. And somehow that turned into 5 strokes down and 6 strokes back. Like, what the hell? What was going on? I mean, yeah, it looked nice, but you don't get an award for pretty. All that matters is time. I would have, on that last 50, if I'd added 3 more strokes, it would have been probably lower, more forced looking, but I would have been under 159. And saying 158 just sounds better. But you gotta keep things in perspective always. You know, I walk away from this with 2 consolation prizes. One, I did re-break my own meet record, so that's kind of cool. And 2, you know, anytime you go under 2 minutes in the 200 breaststroke at any age, that's a pretty big feat. And it wasn't even 5 years ago that I was saying to myself, I can't go under 2 minutes in the 200 breaststroke. And I've now done it a whole lot of times. And so that's pretty cool. So it's not the easiest thing to do, but you've got to step back sometimes and be like, hey, I'm doing some pretty good things here. And it has been, in totality, it has been a hell of a ride these last few years. So anyway, enough of the pity party. I got to figure out, though, what went wrong here. And I don't have a whole lot of answers still. If you do, please, if you've been following along, you're like, oh, I know what went wrong. Dude, hit me up in the comments below. Love to hear it. But right now, I think it may just be as simple as the ups and downs of swimming, the whims of the swim gods. And just when you think you've got it figured out, they go, no, you don't. But that's why we love it, right? 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 Right. Anyway, so 2024 is basically over as far as swimming goes. And I hope that your 2024 went well. I hope your mid-season meets went well. I hope you've been benefiting from my mistakes and what I've learned along the way, and that you've got a good 2025 game plan lined up. I'm going to get back to the drawing board, but until then, I hope that you have a great holiday. I'm going to Egypt for a little bit. That's kind of cool. And, you know, great holidays with friends and family. And before we go, check out this latest commercial on our suits. I'm really pushing on it. I'm just calling it like it is. We got the best stuff. So it's time that we just say so and put it out there. So if you see these videos out on social, please share them. It would mean so much to me. Please and thank you. But until next time, good luck with your swimming. Swim different. Every suit company claims to have the best suits, right? The most comfortable, the longest lasting, but Fike swimsuits actually are the best. It's not even close. My suits are so much better, I don't think you even need to wear them to know the difference. I don't think you even need to see them. All you've got to do is touch them and you know. But let's put it to the test. I'm here at a swim meet. I'm gonna ask parents, swimmers, and coaches to stick their hands in this box, feel a couple of suits, and pull out the one they like best. Now, you are a former swimmer, you just retired, okay, you're a coach, so you know suits. So I got a coach, a parent, a former competitive swimmer, so you know suits. Absolutely. What suit do you normally wear? What brand? I got 2 suits in here. One is a Fike swimsuit, the other a Speedo suit, never been worn. When you feel like you've got the one you would rather have, pull it out, let's see what you got. Nice! Woo! These are just flying out of the box. Yes! There it is. Right here. Yes! Killing it! Yes! There it is. Parents, swimmers, coaches, they all know the difference.